Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stump back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at SEN-GOD-KU, the new Sugafest exclusive to arrive over on OPTC. The Super Tandem unit with the Admirals and the all-color controversy. We're taking him into Arena Crocodile and Revolution Army 2. So, started off, that's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive into some Arena Crocodile. So, with this video, I've tried to keep it very Marine Forward centric. Crocodile's pretty much the only arena that sort of, like, suits the Marine Forward kind of vibe, as he tried to, like, I don't know, take down Whitebeard and all that shit. So I thought we'd take on Crocodile, and then we'll dive into Revolution Army 2, the natural enemies of each other, right? Revolution Army 2 versus the Admirals. So, let's talk about SEN-GOD-KU first, before we actually, like, break down the positives and negatives of the unit. He's a 4.5 times Rainbow Captain, HP 1.5, makes Sire and Tandem Orbs have matching slot effects, as well as making Unfavorable Orbs matching. That is huge. Unfavorable Orbs, so no negative Orbs, unless the enemy gives you that negative enabled debuff, right? He also gives you a 5.5 times attack boost if you have every color or every type on the crew, and reduces damage by 10%. The 10% damage reduction has been popping up a lot on a lot of units, and to me, it's whatever. Like, they gave it to Shanks, and I was like, why? They've given it to SEN-GOD-KU, I'm like, why? I would much prefer them to just give, like, one turn of cooldown, make the character a little bit quicker to beat content, rather than do all those stupid stalling shenanigans. However, he does have a pretty solid captain ability as a Rainbow 4.5. Unfortunately, though, you kind of have to build the team around all colors, not only to get the 5.5, but to get his special ability to activate, or build the team with 4 side characters. So he's special if every type is on the crew. He boosts the attack and slot effects of one character by 4 times, which you can choose, and that chosen character gives themselves an orb, and everyone else gets tandem orbs. If 4 or more side characters are on the crew, boost the attack and slot effects of 3.5 for one turn for the chosen character. Now, I haven't really done too much testing with this guy in terms of how that actually works with the tandem orbs and stuff. I imagine that the chosen character would still get the matching orb and the tandem slots, but if they don't, could be a little bit interesting when it comes to team building. I'll have to do a little bit of testing there. Probably should have done some testing before I jumped into this video, but I only really noticed it whilst I'm actually doing the voiceover right this very moment. So, hopefully, or let me know in the comment section below if you guys do know if you still get that matching orb and the tandem slots. It's kind of nice because the whole idea of SEN-GOD-KU is built around his batch with the Admirals. They can become captains. They give themselves a 2.5 color affinity, 4 times attack, 4 times orbs is nothing to shy at. You do some chain boundary shenanigans, and that last unit's hitting very, very hard, especially because all of the units from the SEN-GOD-KU batch actually become captain, like you guys are about to see here. When Kuzan becomes captain, he has a final tap. He gives himself, like, a massive color affinity buff. And I think we hit Crocodile here for, like, 68 million damage or something absolutely crazy. So, you can do some really nuts things when it comes to these particular units. However, it's still so restrictive around the one character situation. And if you're not running his batch, it can be a little bit tricky to team build for. Because, obviously, like, you got to build teams to tailor to the content. And if his batch doesn't work, which I had found, like, obviously, Fuji's just not great for this fight, then you are going to be in for a little bit of a bad time. But as you can see here, we're about to do a big, holy moly chunk of damage, which is, I don't even know, it's like 62 million. I want to say 6.2, but like, I doubt it's that much. So let's just go with 62 million. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. But that was Arena Crocodile, no issues really there. Not a no stall or anything like that, but like, that's not really what SEN-GOD-KU tries to do. Let's move on to Revolution Army 2 now. Alright, so Revolution Army 2, onto a little bit harder content. I wouldn't say it's the hardest content in the game, but like out of the 2 Garbs challenges, Dofi 2 is a lot easier to speedrun, where Revolution Army 2 is a lot harder to speedrun, yet it's probably a little bit easier. So I really wanted to do Revolution Army 2 because obviously they are the natural enemies of the Marines, as well as bringing 2 very, very good units that not a lot of people have access to anymore, that are the limited rare recruit Kuzan and Akainu. Now, these 2 units are phenomenal, and they're another 2 very good options that you can bring under SEN-GOD-KU. I tried to make the team very Marine 40, sort of Marine-y batch with Corazon, Whitebeard, and Luffy, the newest free-to-play character as well. I thought it would give them a little bit of a running as well, do a little bit of a showcase on them as well. Let me know in the comments as well if you guys want to see a showcase on this free-to-play character, because in my opinion, they're a very, very good free-to-play character, and if you run them on a team with all colors, 2.25 times attack and orb boost with block orb manipulation, that's pretty juicy. Not only that, they have 3 turns of damage reduction, defense up, and threshold removal, which can be very, very nice as well. Nevertheless, SEN-GOD-KU overall is a pretty good character. Like, I do like SEN-GOD-KU, I just don't really love SEN-GOD-KU, if that makes sense. I kind of do and I kind of don't, right? I do like that they are doing some innovating stuff with this particular character. However, when you are trying to build teams tailor-made to specific content, it can be very challenging in the sense that if you don't have the characters to beat that particular fight, or if you don't have a very established box, you are going to really struggle when it comes to team building to get the maximum effect out of this unit. However, you don't really have to get the maximum effect out of every unit nowadays, because the content cycle doesn't really tailor-make that to what the content actually, what characters need to do for content. If you really want that 5.5 times multiplier, if you really want that 4 times attack and orb boost and do a lot of damage in Super Boss Kazuna, that is going to be where this unit shines the most. Well, like, that's when that, sorry, not this unit. That's when that ability of the unit would shine the most. However, when you're doing stuff like Super Boss Kazuna, you really don't want to be building an all-colored team, right? You want all of your units hitting very hard. You don't want that 4 times attack and that 4 times orb boost for one unit. And this particular unit is not really going to shine that much when it comes to that side of the game. However, in other areas, I do like what they've done with this unit in terms of making it a little bit more innovative, sort of changing the way we sort of team build and stuff like that. And obviously, if they do stuff like what they did with the new free-to-play point farming event, this particular character is going to shine in that area. I think they just need to do more content that's revolved around the all-color mechanic, and then Sengoku will see way more play. The downside to like doing all of these like fun and intricate kind of things is there's no real place for them to actually showcase how effective that can be, because let's be real, like if you're doing this particular piece of content, you're going to run a team that's just a lot easier to build. You're going to find a team that has a lot more synergy in that regard. However, the synergy for Sengoku is literally just bring one of every color, and then you build your synergy that way. So it definitely can be done with this particular unit. However, like I said, like it's just not that amazing as you really want every single color on the team. Now, I actually went in and just sort of tested Sengoku if you run like an all side team. He doesn't give you that orb manipulation if you don't have all colors on the team, which is a huge hindrance. Now, the upside to his special, obviously, is 4 times attack and 4 times orbs is very powerful. Then you also get the super tandem ability because you give the tandem orbs to everyone else. But I did find a big hindrance, not only with this unit, but also his batch, is he really struggles when it comes to block orbs. Block orbs are his big weakness that I did find. It's very hard to get around that, and obviously you need to bring a unit that can actually get around that, so that way you can then utilize Sengoku to give you those tandem slots. Now, this new Whitebeard and Luffy is sort of the missing puzzle to that particular batch. However, you can't run like 6 units on the team, right? Like, you got to bring the friend captain. So that's where this kind of unit really suffers, in my opinion anyway. But nevertheless, for most pieces of content, like mini bosses and stuff like that, 4 times attack, that 4 times orb is a lot of damage. It's a lot. Like, as you guys see there, like, we had no issues taking out Morley. Sengoku has a lot of access to a really good supports like Suru and the new Garp, I guess. No one really has that Garp, so let's just stick with Suru, I guess. However, the batch itself is very cool. It's very reminiscent, obviously, of the Germa batch. And when you use all these characters together, like the new rare recruit, Admirals, Fuji, Akainu, Sengoku... No, not Sengoku, far out. Who are they? Kuzen, Kizaru, Sengoku... No, I did it again, holy moly. You guys know who I mean. The 4 Admirals, Akainu, Kuzen, Kizaru, Fujitora. God damn, that was way too hard to say. I don't know why. When you do use them all together, like, you can do some really cool stuff. And a lot of people have been complaining about this batch, that it's like, oh, but Sengoku sucks, and like these units you need them all for them to work together, and it's like, well, you don't. However, they're obviously going to work better when you do have them all together. So let these units come to you. Don't go too crazy on these banners and stuff unless you're doing content or you really like the concept and you really want to have a play around with the super tandem ability of Sengoku. Then go in on the banners, but like I said, 99.9% of you guys should not be summoning on this banner. Like, the Sengoku, whilst he's very cool, he's very fun, he's very intricate, changes the way you kind of play the game, he's not a unit that you really should be chasing that heavily, or really should be chasing at all. Let this guy come to you. Let all of these really fun and intricate abilities come to you, because where you're going to use them isn't going anywhere. Like, they're not turning around and going, oh, hey, they're not turning around tomorrow and making out a new Garb challenge where you have to bring one of every color, and then that, like, obviously would where Sengoku or Judge 6+ Limit Break, Level Limit Break expansion would really shine. Nevertheless, do I like Sengoku? Yeah, I do. I think it's really cool what they're doing. I like that they've gone down a little bit of a different direction in terms of trying to make innovative characters that aren't just unga bunga damage or just like, oh my god, look how many big numbers I can do. However, what I would love for them to do now is to turn around and take these ideas that they're putting into units that are summonable and apply them to content in the game. That is my desire. That is my wish. It's easy for me to say because I'm going to go out and I'm going to go find content to actually play, right? I'm going to go out and replay Revolution Army 2. I'm going to go out and play Dofi 2. The Hawkins Forest, Kid Forest, all that content where you beat one time and never touch ever again. I'm sitting here and I will consistently play it because I love doing this kind of stuff. I love creating challenges for myself and playing the game in this kind of way, but I do understand that 99.8% of you guys don't. 99.9% of you guys just enjoy watching it, so that's what I'm here for. Hopefully they turn around one day and they take this innovative content, ideas, and apply it to content. That would be awesome. But until then, we are sort of stuck with these units, these Ferraris, and not really any place for them to sort of run. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on SEN-GOD-KU in the comment section below. If you summoned, let me know if you got lucky. If you got him, you got him. If you didn't, you didn't. Don't stress. This is not a character you should be chasing, as I've been rambling on. But if you enjoyed this video anyway, if you had fun, if you enjoy the concept of SEN-GOD-KU, make sure to belt the like button for me. If you are new to the channel or you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later!